All right, hello there, welcome back to another wee bit different video. Today's video, breaking down everything that you might have missed from week 8 of NFL. Not gonna lie, there's a lot of juicy stuff to talk about, so let's get straight into it. Starting with the Thursday night game, we had the Vikings and the Rams. Vikings losing to the Rams was not on my bingo card. I don't think anyone really could have predicted this unless you're a Rams fan. Rams finally getting Puka back and Cooper Kupp back, which greatly helped Matthew Stafford with his 4 passing touchdowns. Sam Darnold, 240 passing yards. Almost half of that was to Justin Jefferson. Really just struggled to get things going when it felt like they really had to. I mean, talk about the first quarter, they had 14 points and popped off. After that, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, no touchdowns, only 2 field goals. Rams were consistent in getting their offense going. They drop a 30 bomb on this elite defense from the Vikings. Again, Vikings now dropping to 5-2. Packers and Jaguars. Jordan Love gets hurt, looking like a question mark in terms of his future availability. Don't really know what his status is going to be moving forward. But Malik Willis comes in. Josh Jacobs with a 2-touchdown performance. I had him in fantasy, so I was, of course, ecstatic to see that. But talking about the Jaguars, they are now down Christian Kirk and Brian Thomas. Terrible time to be a Jaguar fan. Moving on to the Cardinals and the Dolphins, the return of Tua. And I'm not going to lie, was there a big difference? Of course there was. Did it affect their win column? Not today, it didn't, or yesterday, I should say, according to this on Monday. Dolphins dropped to 2-5. Cardinals dropped to 4-4. Sorry, Cardinals move up to 4-4. Excuse me. Kyler Murray with 307 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns. Huge performance from him. Tua, 234 passing yards, 1 touchdown. Devon Achane, 10 carries, 97 yards. Tyreek Hill finally getting more than 2 catches, 3 catches, 6 catches, 72 yards. Still some rust on Tua for sure. And this offense has a long way to go if they want to crawl themselves back out of this 2-5 hole. But if anyone can do it, I'm not even going to say the Dolphins can. I have my doubts. I'm very skeptic about the rest of the season, obviously. But who knows? Jets and Patriots. Now, the Jets just don't have any excuse at all to be this bad. They are 2-6. You lose to this Patriots team who their own head coach called them soft. And you trade for Davante Adams. You fire your head coach. You try to stay competitive. And you dropped 3 in a row since firing Robert Saleh. Terrible decision, clearly, in hindsight. Even at the time, everyone was baffled. But my goodness, 2-6 for this team that was supposed to be competitive. Davante Adams demanding a trade because he doesn't want to be on the Raiders and he doesn't want to lose and end his career like this. But now he gets to play with his friends and lose anyway. It's an unfortunate reality that the Jets have to come to. They're 2-6. On the flip side, Patriots, hey, You're not a 1-win team anymore. There's that. Ravens and Browns. You know, my cousin asked me if I thought the Ravens were going to win. I believe he asked me just because he may or may not have bet on them. And it was more so just asking because why not? Hey, I think they're going to win. They should win. I bet on them. Now, that's just me predicting. But anyway, what I said to him in response was, I don't know. Now, I'm not saying I'm some sort of genie or some sort of genius. No. The only reason why I said I don't know is because I knew, just like everyone else, Deshaun Watson was so bad that Jameis could have come out there and actually put up decent numbers. And well, what do you have it? Browns, they've had a respectable team all season, just a god-awful quarterback. And the Ravens just come out lackluster. I mean, 0 points in the first quarter. You get 10 in the second. 1 touchdown in the third, 1 touchdown in the fourth. But defensively just let up. I mean, they held them to 6. And then out of nowhere, the Browns scored 14 and 9 in the last 2 quarters. Jameis Winston, 334 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. It's exactly what you want. But also, the Ravens had every chance to win this game. Reason being, they dropped like 3 interceptions from Jameis, and Kyle Hamilton dropped the game-ending interception against Jameis Winston. That was just bad. To be honest with you, that was just so bad. I'm at a loss of words how the Ravens lost that one. Again, doesn't take a genius to see how bad Deshaun Watson was, and Jameis Winston proved that. Eagles, Bengals, not much to say here. The Eagles offense is legit. The weapons on their team, Saquon, Devontae, A.J. Brown, They are who they are for a reason, which is a team that can contend. Bengals defense has never showed real signs of being good this season. So it's not surprising at all to see the Eagles drop 37 on them. Anyway, Bengals dropped to 3-5. Colts, Texans 23, Colts 20. Big thing to take away from this game is it seems Anthony Richardson just has no accuracy whatsoever. I will say he had a couple of nice throws, but there's no short and mid-range throws from him that are happening on a consistent basis. His accuracy is just god-awful. Talking about the Texans, they possibly lost Stephon Diggs in ACL tear. There's no official word yet, but it's not looking good because they haven't talked about it, and it's Monday night. There has been no word. Again, if he was healthy, I'm sure they would have said something, but it's looking like he probably tore his ACL. He's on my fantasy team too, so that's a real bummer. Texans coming away with the win here. Titans, Lions, ass whooping. Jared Goff didn't even throw for 100 passing yards and they dropped 52 points. That's all you need to know about that game. Falcons, Buccaneers. Buccaneers I just feel bad for because injuries to their receiving core have made it so much harder for Baker Mayfield. But they put up a good fight. Kirk Cousins, 4 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. Kyle Pitts, 2 receiving touchdowns, of course. And yeah, just a stellar offensive outing from the Falcons. Defensively, you'd like to see more, especially when the Buccaneers are just down so many weapons, but you'll take it. Big win for the Falcons. Saints, Chargers. I don't want to waste anyone's time talking about this game. The Saints have lost 6 in a row. They're clearly not a good team. Granted, injuries have played a big role. And Chargers, just a boring team to watch, to be honest with you. Very, very boring team to watch. Bills and Seahawks, this was an ass whooping. Seahawks absolutely could not do anything offensively. What run game is all I have to say. Only 16 yards was their leading rusher. Is that really what it was? Yeah. Geno Smith, 16 yards was their leading rusher. Terrible, terrible, terrible outing for the run game. James Cook quite literally cooked. James Cook, 17 carries, 111 yards. I said quite literally, but not literally. Although in the sense of figuratively, yes. Anyway, Khalil Shakir, 9 catches, 107 yards. You might be asking, where was Amari Cooper in this equation? Because he's the new addition. Well, he only had a catch and 3 yards. Very least, Bills win 31-10. Bears and Commanders. This one, for the most of it, was a defensive masterclass from both sides. Then you get to the end of the game, and then you see DeAndre Swift getting a 56-yard rushing touchdown, and then you see some bigger runs by him again, and then you see the Commanders settling for field goal after field goal after field goal, and really, it was just a poor offensive outing from all parties. And then, just when you think the game's over, 15-12, Washington Commanders have to take a Hail Mary, and, well, what do? They convert the freaking Hail Mary for the win. The part that had me dumbfounded the most was the Commanders were out of timeouts, and they were at the 35-yard line-ish or 30-yard line-ish with 5 seconds to go or 6 seconds to go. And for whatever reason, Bears sag off so much that the Commanders get an easy 12, 13-yard catch to put themselves in position to get a long heave for the Commanders. And what's even more dumb is Jaden Daniels didn't have an arm to even get it to the end zone. It took the tipped ball to get it back there. What was even more dumb is one of the defensive backs for the Bears was talking so much shit during the play, he wasn't even focused. And when he got focused, he's the one that tipped the ball in the air that landed, and I believe it was Noah Brown who caught the touchdown. Noah Brown's hand for the win. Complete disaster for the Bears. On the flip side, if you're the Commanders, that must feel amazing. Chiefs, Raiders. You know, Chiefs offense has been so disappointing. I mean, you see Patrick Mahomes, you see, oh my gosh, this is the greatest quarterback of our generation. When I say our generation, I guess I'm more so talking Gen Z. You see his name, you see name value, you see pizzazz, then you see his numbers, and you have just been utterly disappointed. This Chiefs offense is not really that fun to watch anymore. But I will say is their defense has been so freaking good. I'm impressed with really the turnaround, especially when he first got there. Their defense was not that good. The run game has been rough. 21 carries, 59 rushing yards for Kareem Hunt. Gotta have more efficiency there. Anyway, they take the win 27-20. Panthers and Broncos. I don't want to waste time on these teams. Broncos are 5-3, but it's because of the defense. Carolina and Panthers are 1-7. It's because the offense and defense aren't good enough. Cowboys and Niners. I already dedicated a video to this Cowboys team and talking about them, and Dak Prescott just... Damn, bro. Just not a lot of words to have when he's just playing terrible for the first 3 quarters. Yeah. My face and all of this shows exactly what I'm thinking. I'm a Cowboy fan, if you guys didn't know. It's been terrible. Niners getting a much needed win, moving up to 4-4. I mean, to be honest, the Niners don't look great either. Yes, there's injuries that are a problem, but they're very, very inconsistent. George Kittle, though, big game for him. 6 catches, 128 yards, and a passing touchdown, leading to tonight, Giants and Steelers. Russell Wilson starting has just been the best move that this team could have made for their offense. It's not like they had a ton of touchdowns. I mean, to be honest, they had 1 touchdown. Granted, they could have had 2 if George Pickens put his feet down. Nevertheless, 278 passing yards. Something Justin Fields just can't do. He can't extend the field. Yes, he's got his legs, but you got to make the defense be a little bit more honest and allow them to not just stack the box and force them to play a little bit scared for the passing game. And Russell Wilson just adds that deep ball element, so defenses have to take notice. Big decision for Mike Tomlin there, and today they win 26-18. You guys will see this tomorrow on Tuesday, so for you guys this will be yesterday, but 26-18, a good win. Tyrone Tracy, 20 carries, 145 yards, and a touchdown, although it seems he did end the game with a concussion. Have to keep an eye on that. But that is wrapping up your Week 8 for the NFL. We'll see what we got cooking for Week 9. I'm very curious to how some teams respond to certain things. For example, Texans and Jets is Thursday. Texans are going to be down Stephon Diggs. They're already down Nico Collins. That game, that could be a winnable game for the Jets. We'll see. Anyway, as always, I appreciate you guys for watching. Feel free to like and subscribe. It goes a long way into helping out the channel. This is How Even Different. How Even Different. And we out.